Genre: expository text. Essential question: what are the positive and negative effects of new technology? What About Robots by Yvonne Morin. Introduction, page 2. Chapter 1, What is a Robot? Page 4. Chapter 2, Robots at Work, page 8. Chapter 3, New Uses for Robots, page 12. Conclusion, page 17. Respond to reading, page 18. Paired read, no substitute, page 19. Glossary, page 22. Index, page 23. STEM, Focus on Science, page 24. Introduction. We use technology every day. Machines wash our clothes and keep our food fresh. Other machines transport us, help us communicate, and entertain us. Our lives would be very different without technology. Technology is advancing all the time. Some people are excited about these changes. Others are worried about them. Can you think of some positive effects of new technology? What are some negative effects? Robotics is an area of technology that is developing quickly. There are millions of robots in the world. Most do jobs that are considered too dangerous or too boring for humans. Many people think robots are useful. Others believe that people might become too dependent on robots. Maybe robots will take their jobs. Before forming an opinion about robots, look at the facts. Then you can make thoughtful conclusions. Knowing the facts also allows you to cite evidence that backs up your reasoning. Caption: Technology affects our lives. Chapter 1, What is a Robot? The word robot comes from a Czech word, robota, which means forced labor. One definition of a robot is that it is a machine that operates automatically in place of a human to complete a task. However, this definition fits a washing machine. A washing machine operates in place of a human so that washing clothes doesn't have to be done by hand. Yet most people would not consider a washing machine to be a robot. Caption: Robots come in many. A better definition is that a robot is a machine that uses information around it to decide what to do. A robot interacts with its environment. It uses equipment such as cameras or microphones to get information. A computer in the robot uses this information to make decisions. Then the mechanical parts of the robot pick up and move objects. Robots through history. Between 1700 and 1900, automatons were invented. They were supposed to look like people or animals, and they had moving parts. Some automatons could play musical instruments and draw pictures. However, automatons do not use information about their environments. They are not considered true robots. The first machine able to make decisions was built in 1911. It played chess against humans. Electrical sensors told it where the chess pieces were. It moved a mechanical arm to take its turn. Caption: In 1738, a French engineer made an automaton called the digesting duck. Chapter 2, Robots at Work. The first robot designed to work in a factory had a heavy lifting arm controlled by electronics. In 1961, the robot was used in a factory that built cars. It lifted metal parts that were too hot for humans to handle. In the 1960s and 1970s, robots were used in many American factories. Robots are expensive, but they can save a company a lot of money over time. That's because they can often do jobs faster and more accurately than a human can. Don't get tired and make mistakes. Don't get bored of doing the same task over and over. Caption: These robots are assembling cars in a factory. Robots changed factory work. Some people worried that robots would take people's jobs. They also worried about safety. Some robots that were incorrectly programmed smashed windows in a factory. By the 1980s, most robots were manufactured in Japan and Europe. Japan has an aging population. People were worried that there would not be enough young workers in the future. They thought robots would be needed to do many jobs. Sidebar. Viewpoints. Robots in the workplace. I think having robots at work is a good idea. They can do the dangerous jobs. If we start using robots instead of humans at work, will I be replaced by a machine? Chart. Industrial robot locations. Asia leads the world in robot use. Chart labels. United States 16%, Europe 33%, Asia 50%, other 1%. Caption. What do you think? Is it a good idea to have robots in the workplace? Too dangerous for humans. Robots can be used for dangerous jobs. They can clean up chemical spills and poisonous waste in nuclear plants. Robots can even defuse bombs. Robots can be used in disasters such as earthquakes. Rescuers who search for survivors put their own lives at risk. That's why robotic scouts were developed. They carry out searches and make rescuing survivors safer. Caption. Robots assessed the damage to the Fukushima nuclear plant after the tsunami in March 2011. Robotic scouts can assess dangerous areas. They carry cameras and gas detectors. These help send important information to the rescuers. These data help the rescuers to do an analysis of the situation. Robots can carry food or medicine to survivors who are trapped. Some robots can drag survivors out of the wreckage. Engineers have developed a robotic astronaut. This robot can explore a planet's surface and pick up samples. Unlike a human, the robot doesn't need to breathe, eat, or keep warm. Caption. This robotic astronaut is attached to a four-wheel vehicle. Chapter 3. New Uses for Robots. As technology advances, new uses are being found for robots. Robots in hospitals. Many hospitals use robots. Some robots deliver food. Others dispense medicine. Robots reduce the risk of spreading disease. They also free up nurses to do other jobs. However, there are drawbacks to using robots in hospitals. Some people are frightened of robots. Others think that robots could make errors. Many patients prefer to interact with another human instead of a machine. Caption. Even if a human doctor is miles away, he or she can still check on patients by using a robot. Surgical robots have been used for complex operations. Human surgeons control these surgical robots. A surgical robot is more precise than a human surgeon. Also, a robot can make a smaller cut in a patient. This means patients have less pain and heal faster. Sidebar. Viewpoints. Robotic nursing assistants. Many elderly Japanese live in nursing homes. Some of them like the idea of robotic nursing assistants, but others don't. I don't like having a robot deliver my pills. I don't trust the robot to get it right. It's good that the robots bring my meals. It means nurses can spend more time with the people who need attention. Bar graph. Surgical robot operations. The number of operations performed by one popular brand of surgical robot is increasing. Graph labels. Number of operations. Year. Caption. What do you think? Would you like a robot as your nurse? Friend of the environment? Many people are not sure that the increasing use of robots is a good thing. They say that robots are made from materials that are mined. Mining can damage the environment. These people also argue that factories that make robots use up resources such as fuel and water. Throwing away outdated parts from robots can also harm the environment. Sidebar: Viewpoints, friend or foe. Robots might be able to solve almost all of our environmental problems. We should develop new robots to clean up the environment. Until we can produce robots in a more environmentally friendly way, we shouldn't make more. Spend money on preventing environmental problems first. Captions: What do you think? Are robots good or bad for the environment? Computers contain poisonous chemicals. These chemicals can be harmful to the environment. The counterpoint is that robots can be very helpful to the environment. Some robots can check the health of the environment and clean up pollutants. Some use a power source such as solar panels, which collect energy from the sun. Robots could help improve the environment. Some robots can sort plastic for recycling. Others can plant trees or filter pollution out of the air. Caption: This robot cleans up oil that is harmful to marine life. Learning from animals. What is intelligence? Some people think intelligence means being good at analyzing data. Others believe intelligence means being able to make decisions in response to the environment. Many engineers get robot design ideas from animals. One example is a rat robot. The rat robot has touch sensors in its whiskers, cameras in its eye sockets, and microphones in its ears. It can operate in the dark and be used in smoke-filled rooms or underground. Some robots have many legs so that they can walk over rough ground the way a spider does. Caption: The rat robot can fit into places humans can't easily go. Conclusion: In the future, robots will care for sick people and solve environmental problems. They will also help in disasters and make workplaces safer. Many people will have positive opinions about robots. However, there will still be people who don't like robots. These people fear that we will rely on robots too much and we will lose important skills. Other people feel uncomfortable around robots. Scientists will have to think about these different opinions so that when they make new robots, people will want to use them. Caption: Some people don't like robots that look too human, so companies make different styles of robots.
Respond to reading. Summarize. Use details from the text to summarize the positive and negative effects of robots. Your graphic organizer may help you.
Please open up your Wonders workbook to page 42 and complete the details and author's point of view. Go back into the story, reread the robot story to answer any of the information. Page 42 in your Wonders workbook. Thank you. Do that now.